Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about junk journal pages and some ideas that you can look for while you're shopping, either at thrift stores or antique malls or even yard sales or estate sales. So today I'm mainly going to talk about catalogs and magazines because I think that those are probably the most useful of, well, besides, like pages you can write on, but it's the most kind of useful thing you can get. Even if you just have one magazine, you can get a lot of use out of one magazine. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the types of catalogs I use, and you can get some ideas when you're shopping. So before I get started kind of showing you some examples, I wanted to show you examples in this particular journal that I have here of how I've used some catalog pages. So I don't think this journal has any magazine pages, but I definitely used catalog pages in this one. This is kind of like a ladies themed journal. Let me find where, okay. This is one of my favorite catalogs. This is it's the Stanley Hostess catalog, which I'd never heard of before. And it's taken me quite a few years to kind of know what's out there. I've kind of looked around a lot and then kind of didn't realize certain things existed. Like I've never heard of the Stanley Hostess catalog before, but I think it's from the 1950s or 60s. And let me find the front of it here. Here we go. So this here is the Stanley Hostess catalog is a catalog. It has kind of, I'm not going to say it's like Avon, like early Avon, but it's kind of like it had housekeeping, like house cleaning products. It had hair care products, bath and beauty, that kind of thing. And I use this particular page from the catalog that's kind of about hair care because I like the colors, and then I liked the theme of it because it kind of goes with kind of a ladies theme. So I just thought the pinks and the mint greens went really well with the cover of the journal. So I've got that in there, and then I also have seed catalogs are also a great idea for collecting, for using for journals. And I have a seed catalog right here. And again, it's just got the pretty roses in it that I thought kind of went along with the color theme of the journal. But, using these, just a couple of pages here and there in the journal just kind of adds to, just something interesting to look at besides just plain white paper. And then it kind of gives you inspiration for kind of, what you want to write about in the journal. And I don't know, it's just fun to kind of have different textures too with the magazine, the glossy magazine and catalog pages. It gives you a different feel for the pages. And so that's just kind of an example of how I would use it in a journal. But let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you just some examples of what catalogs I own and how I use them. So a really popular catalog to try and collect are the old Sears catalogs or Montgomery Ward catalogs. I have quite a few here. I have JCPenney, Montgomery Ward, Sears. I think that's all I have. I don't have the highly sought after toy catalogs. Those are so hard to find, and they can get pretty expensive if you look for them on online places, like eBay or something like that. And so I haven't really tried to find anything like that, but those are out there if you're really interested in something like that. But I really like these particular catalogs. Like, let me find an example here. I'll just pull out this fall one this is from Sears. And these are, again, they're a little bit hard to find in the wild. So I found mine. It's been kind of fun, the process of trying to look for these, because a lot of times you'll find them tucked into like a bookcase or something at like an antique mall, or even at a yard sale or something like that. It'll just be thrown on top of something and you won't notice it right away. But I've gotten some really good deals on these. So this is a Sears from, 1971. So I have I think the earliest one I have is 1964 or 66 or something. And then I have one from 1984. So I just like these because they've got all kinds of, clothing, tools. So it's got kind of everything you could use for a journal. Lots of different ideas. I've used, the pages from like the baby care area for, I've had some baby themed kits that I've used that with. I also like to use a lot of the furniture I think, oh yeah, here's some examples here. Furniture in the back is great for kind of like the cozy journals. I'll include like fun pictures of furniture in here. So that's my favorite. Furniture drapes. Oh, even like patio furniture too. That's always fun for, kind of a summer themed type journal. So these are great. They're fun to collect, and I have just enough to fill this little area up above my bookshelf. So I think that's plenty for now. I've been able to use them quite a bit, so they've been really useful. So tucked right in here, I have, let's see, we'll talk about these next. This is something I'd never thought about getting, but I remember these as a kid. Tupperware. I really like collecting Tupperware catalogs because, again, they kind of have more, like, I like to do a lot of kitchen themed journals. So, if you're not interested in that kind of thing, this might not be something that you would enjoy. However, if you want to kind of not look at the fact that it's about cooking and kitchen type things for Tupperware, you can just look at the colors. So say you're making a brightly colored journal, using a page like this from the Tupperware catalog would be great because it's got all the pretty colors in it too. So you can kind of think outside of the box as far as, it doesn't have to be right on the nose as far as, oh, that's a catalog about, food and cooking. You can just grab a page that has the colors you like and include those in a journal. So I have quite a few Tupperware catalogs. I think I got these as a grouping online. So that's the Tupperware. I also like any type of sort of makeup catalogs. If you have like Avon, I found a lot of Avon catalogs. So again, they're great for colors. If you like to make lady type catalogs, kind of like ladies themed catalogs, I will use things, kind of like fancy things from Avon. That's always a fun catalog to use. I talked a little bit a couple minutes ago about the Stanley Hostess catalog, and this is an example of that. So it's just got a lot of kind of housewares, and I don't know if this one has beauty in it. Yeah, it does have beauty in it. So really great colors in here, and just kind of a random selection of different things, but they're great for putting into journals. They're a good size, and so I really like to use those. Another catalog that you can kind of look for is sort of like a crafting type catalog. So this one is by Lee Ward's, and I am actually not sure what Lee Ward's is. I don't know if it was some kind of if anybody wants to comment below, I'm not familiar with this. I don't even know how I happened to find this catalog. Thrifting. I think I actually got this online as I was looking for kind of a Christmas type catalog. So I think this is where I found it. But this particular one is Christmas themed, but it's got a lot of different kind of arts and crafts type things. Latch hook, if anybody remembers latch hook. There's Bambi latch hook right there. And then Afghans, different kinds of fun crafty products you can try and make. And so I don't know, these are kind of fun too because they've kind of got that homey feel, and again, lots of colorful pages and things like that you can incorporate. Okay, so I'm going to bring you up here as my little basket of like all kinds of stuff I have. I love seed catalogs, and I showed you a page that I used in my journal previously from a seed catalog. So I have a ton of these that I've collected. I've just found these everywhere. And let me bring this one out. And if you can find a really old one, it's great too. This is from 1960. And so it's just got kind of like, I like the look of the photos, but lots of really pretty floral pictures, lots of bright colors, different sizes of photos of flowers. So, flowers are always pretty popular to put in junk journals. And so these are great to collect. And like I said, even if you only have one, you've got plenty of pages to use in one of them. But sometimes whenever I see one, I think, oh, I better get this one because I'm never going to find another one. And I always find another one. So these are pretty easy to find. And I'm always surprised at how much people save. If you go to yard sales or estate sales, you can find so much of this kind of stuff, and it's people just have them in their basements, just piles of magazines and catalogs and things like that. So it's really interesting, and it's nice because then we can, reuse them for, fun things like junk journals. And then another thing I like to collect, because I like to make a lot of food themed journals, are these cake decorating journals. And I have or cake decorating magazines, or I guess you would call them catalogs. These are from Wilton. I have a 1978 one, and then I have this one, I think in 1970. And these are fun because, if you have like a birthday theme or something, you can, or actually any type of holiday theme, because it's got there's usually cakes in here for all kinds of holidays, weddings, just fun. You see, there's just all kinds of different pictures in here. That it's not just cakes; it's like cake supplies, and just a lot of these are fun to use as pages. So definitely something to think about there. It doesn't have to be Wilton; it can be any type of kind of cake decorating type catalog. I can't think of the other ones. I always seem to find these. I have like 4 of them, or any kind of like a kitchen catalog that sells kitchen supplies too. That would be good too, because they probably have some pictures of cakes and things like that in there as well. Okay, let's move on to magazines, and I'm just going to kind of start with some of the most popular magazines. And magazines are great for a variety of themes, because you've got the ads in there, you've got the photos, you've got articles, you've got just anything you can think of, and it's all in one spot. So and I also like magazines to get inspiration for, my journals as far as time periods go. So if I want to get a certain look, if I want to see what colors were being used during a certain time, I can kind of get that idea from magazines. So let me go ahead and I'll show you this one over here. So this is, they don't sell a ton of magazines anymore, but some of the usual ones are like Family Circle. I just got these recently. So this is Family Circle. This is from November. Oh, and something else I wanted to mention too with magazines. If you can note the date on the magazines, because if you can find ones that are, December and, October, November, you're going to get a lot of fall and Christmas themed things inside. So those are useful for, holiday themed journals if you like to make those. So, keep that in mind when you're looking at magazines. I was lucky enough to find this November one, and then let's see, I think I had this October one too. So this is Family Circle from 1964, and the articles are really fun to read in this too, because they're very old fashioned. And then I find a ton of these. These are very large, the Better Homes and Gardens magazine, and I'm not sure if you can get these in print anymore, but these are kind of like an oversized type magazine, and this is from September 64. So again, it's just got some great, like, look at the pictures of the food there. So it's got some great fun food pictures, decorating, just great, look at that. I just love that living room there. And advertisements, just like some fun, and it's not just advertisements for, you get your advertisements for food and things like that too. So I don't know, it's kind of, and this is kind of fun too, something you don't see anymore. You can order encyclopedias, so that's kind of an old-fashioned ad you could add to your journal. So you've got the Better Homes and Gardens. This is one called The American Home, which I've seen a lot of these as well. Just another kind of Better Homes and Gardens type magazine. This is from, what is it, 1957. So this one is very old. So you can find some really old pictures in this. Your decorating plans, house plans, that kind of thing. These are always fun, just kind of these black and white ads. You can add those for just kind of like the text look of it in a journal, just to kind of, it doesn't even have to be, the theme of your journal. It can just be kind of the look of it, the squares and the black and white look to it. It's always, and the small writing is always kind of a fun little divider page in your journal. So that one is a good one. Let's see what else. So this is a decorating and craft ideas magazine, and these just have fun ideas for making different crafts. So they have patterns and things like that are always fun to use. And these patterns you could take out and kind of use as a page as well. So something like that. Let's see, another one. This Good Housekeeping. It's another this is an older magazine. This is from 1979. It's got some great articles in it, just some fun fashions, ads, that kind of thing. Sometimes you'll find some very like interesting magazines. This one is called Co-Ed. It's from 1965, and it's just all about kind of like young woman's life and how to act and it's got all the fun articles about dating and that kind of thing, and different fashions and makeup. And so again, they're kind of fun to just read too. Like if you just sit down, a lot of times I'll get these magazines, I'll just sit down with a cup of coffee and read the magazine for fun. So that's something to look for too. So always keep your eyes open when you're walking down the aisles, and go into those back rooms and look in the bins, because a lot of times you'll find multiples of these types of magazines. Other magazines that are fun to look for too are things like Popular Mechanics. Let's see, I have a science one too. These have some interesting things in them too. Inventions, how to fix your car. It's not color pictures, but it's got this nice kind of newspaper print. These types of magazines do. I think the Popular Mechanics does as well. House plans. So again, just some different things you could use for your journal. I know I did a kind of a gentleman's journal, and I used some pages from these types of magazines in there, and I really liked the way that turned out too. So definitely keep something like this in mind as well when you're looking around the thrift store. So I hope this was helpful in just kind of getting some ideas on what to look for when you go thrifting, as far as magazines and catalogs are concerned. It's taken me quite a few years to kind of keep my eye out and know what I'm looking for. But once you get a couple things, then you can go down a rabbit hole and look for something that's related to it. Or if you go on eBay and you see one particular magazine you like, they might suggest something else that you'd never heard of. So it's kind of fun. You can definitely get some unique items. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in my next video.